That's one question. What was the question?
Well, first you said you had the Rashi that you wanted to tell us.
I found the Rashi.
Okay. Was it on that page?
Well, the next page. Both by one.
Okay.
No. Well, the question.
At my age, these things happen. I forget.
Here's the question. Pashas Pekudei.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Right, yeah.
It says many, every fifth sukkim, it says again, Kashos. Yeah. So I found, I wrote about also in my video about the bomb, and over there I taken on about the tomb, but it was a mistake. I'll still explain it. But over here, it's a small print. I have trouble reading this, so I'll give you the honor. Look over here. It's towards the end of Parshat Pekudei. He says that there's 19 times, not 18 times. Right. Okay. Good. What's he say?
Receive the kol, al kol davar, kol dvar.
On each and everything.
Keneged Masha Omar, Moshe,
Yeah.
Mechenina.
Moshe said Mechenina Mesipach. So Keneged them, he kept repeating that he's with the Eibishter.
So he wanted the people to say that I didn't forget what I.
Right. That is what we'll go right then.
That's it. Mechenina. V'har v'la'askiroi v'hem yud chespam. Kashet tziva oises Moshe.
He says that 18 times. It says Kashet tziva Hashem es Moshe. No.
And then it says v'chol asher tziva Hashem es Moshe.
It doesn't say kasher. It says
Kechol. It says
Kechol Hashem. So that's I think that's the 19th.
Okay. Connectam tiknu yud ches brachos. V'achad kasher tziva Hashem asu. Kate asu.
That's the 19th time. Seven, it says 18 times. So 18 times it says is 17 times and one is that then he says there's also those 18 is connected to 18 brachos. And what then he says?
It
doesn't say Moshe.
Right.
He said Gasher Tziva Hashem. This is the 19th time.
Right.
So what's the 19th time? So
the 19th time is Tiknu connect the brachas haminim.
That's the Moshinim.
Yeah.
In the Shemon Esrei, it's called Shemon Esrei 18 because the Anshe Knesset made 18, but then later they added a 19th bracha. So he said that this 19th time is.
And it has in it Yesh Bahem Kuf Yud Gimel Tevis.
Yeah.
And v'chein Sifrei habrachos k'moi Baruch Atah Hashem Mogen Avraham Baruch Atah Hashem v'chayim Mesim v'hem Kuf Yud Gimel Tevis.
If you count the ends of each bracha,
Baruch Atah Hashem,
there's 113 words. It is up to 113
Kuf
words.
Yud Gimel Pomim Leiv.
The word leiv is also in the Torah.
B'chamisha u'b'chumash tzichem kavana halev.
Yeah. So you
Okay,
have.
that's a good answer.
Okay. That's the answer.
Which pasuk is it on?
No, I asked the question. Why is it that in last week's parsha every single time it's kashiv so much?
You know that the Rebbe speaks about this.
Yeah, what does it
From
say?
Yerushalmi, they never bring to Yerushalmi.
That what?
As er steht 18 Mal, kasher tziva Hashem es Moshe keneged Yud Ches brachos.
That's about.
Milvad, was er steht nicht, only was recht steht Aliyah ben Achisamach Lamatidon. And one was steht nicht Aliyah ben Achisamach Lamatidon, dem rechnet man nicht. Der Rebbe macht eine ganze mehrere Linien. Was der Scheiches Yud Ches brachos mit kasher tziva Hashem verbunden. Was ist schlecht? Als er steht nicht alle, verkehrt, dann sagt Shmeinesh hat mehr Scheiches zu bezahlen von Yehuda, eine Savaya. Dann muss man eine ganze Linie, als sei der Mishkan und sei Shmeinesh ist verbunden dafke mit der hast du nicht nur mit Heigenjonen, nur mit den niedrigsten Inyanen. Sei der Mishkan, weil der Yerushalmi sagt Mishkan Sheni. Die Yudches Pamim, was steht in Mishkan Sheni. Es ist, Trumet Zetzav ruft der Mishkan Rishon, und dort ruft der Mishkan Sheni. Bei Jakob Kodem. Was ist Mishkan Sheni? Weil Trumet Zetzav, was der Eberste sagt zu Meishe, das ist nicht von Gold und Silber, das ist ein himmeldicker Mishkan. Der darf der Mishkan Sheni, was sagt sich wegen Dvorim Tachtenim, und das verbindet man, und dort dasselbe Nekude in Shmeina Esrei Echet, Sulamutz auf Arz, auf Reshe Magia Shemaimo, und wir verbinden darf der niedrigste mit der höchste, und der Fall ist in jedem darf Echet sein. Also in Welt, dann sein jeden, darf sich verbinden mit der Aliyah von Matedon, Yerudim Shebishvatim, darf jemand Kemen Pel sein. That's the way they put it all together. In the end of the Chelik Aleph.
So which one recommend nicht?
Milvado Aliyah, was steht nicht der Aliyah ben Chisamach, with Matedon. The first one doesn't say, it's only 18 times after it said Aliyah ben Chisamach Matedon. So where is this?
It's about a Turim.
Where is it?
At the end of Akudei.
Which pasuk?
It starts off on. It's brought down on the
Chaf
Kashet. Yeah.
Which kapitel is this?
Perik Yud No, Perik Mem.
Mem, pasuk Chaf.
And I said, a drushvot, that 18 is Chai.
Right.
What was the Chai of Moshe? What was the life of Moshe?
The Mishkan.
Kasher Tziv Hashem Moshe.
What's that? What?
Was it when Moshe's left the cake? Kashet Tziva is Moshe.
Moshe, that was Moshe's life.
That was his life.
All his life was all about
Was
Kasher
about
Tziv Hashem
Tziva.
Moshe.
That's a good one.
So that's
I
one
saw the
thing.
Malamai right that he wanted to say that each one had a unique thing. I didn't write about
Okay.
that, about each one. I didn't think about that. We could try to show it.
Okay, now we're learning in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch about doing malacha on Purim. So we learned over there that you shouldn't do malacha on Purim, and someone that does malacha on Purim steht a starke Wort, eine Reue Sim Bracha. It makes a difference between if it's actual malacha, like laborious type of work, or pragmatia. Pragmatia is something like either business, like investments or what.
That is okay.
That is okay, yeah. So I said, when we were learning, I said, I remember there's a Rashi in Tainus with a Chiddush about malacha. So they got me a Gemara Tainus, and I looked, and I couldn't find it. But I thought that there's such a Rashi. So when I came home, I took out a Gemara Tainus, and I realized that the problem was I was off by a daf. I was looking at daf Yud Beis, and the Rashi is on daf Yud Gimel. So it's an interesting Chiddush in Rashi, and I was ma'ira that not everyone holds that the Peter Shasham Second Tainus is from Rashi. There's a lot that hold that there was a Talmud of Rashi that wrote the Rashi on Tainus. Okay, that someone Echman and all them Gadol. I mean, if he wrote it,
go under that
because the Rashi is on Tainus. The Rashi quotes like Drashim over here also, which is not the derech of Rashi. So over here in the Gemara Tainus talks about being geyser Tainus, and there's differences between the first time if there was no rain. So there were geyser Tainus. There was the first set of Tanesim, the second set of
Oh, yeah.
So by one of the Tanesim, the Gemara says over here, Kisha'amru Toshma, Kisha'amru Asa b'melacha, Amru Ela b'yayim, Ava b'layla muta. That there's a difference between the day and the night. Okay, so it's a pashut thing. You don't need any Peter Shashi. But there is a Rashi over here.
What's the word?
Kisha'amru Asa b'melacha. When they said that there's an Issa Malacha, is like Amru Ela Bayayim. That when there were geyser Tainus for Geshamim, that was only Bayayim. Ava Balayla is Muta. There's a portion of the Rashi, you don't need any portion. But if you look over here, again I have a problem with the stripe. Look over here, Levi. You see this Rashi, Kisha'amru, where my finger is? Read the Rashi.
Kisha'amru Asur.
Malacha.
second. B'mlacha.
No.
Gabay tainis tzibur. Yeah.
Yeah, by a tiny siva.
Yeah. Lo yamru ela bayoim. Ava balayla mutter.
Okay, finish. It's
Same
quoting
thing
the
like
Gemara.
quoting the Gemara,
It's
right.
quoting the Gemara. Zog weiter.
Mehechi mashma.
From here you could learn.
All right. The balayla tu b'shvat. What's tu?
Tisha B'Av.
Tisha B'Av. Tisha B'Av. Mutter b'melacha. Ve'ein bitul ela bayoim. Aval ein maf. Mefarsimim. A davar. You don't want anybody to know. You don't want nobody to work. So you don't.
He's saying a chiddush over here. That we bow that what the Gemara said over here by these Tanation. So that if you, it's only Isha Malacha means at night.
By day.
By day, not by night. So from here, you can learn that by Tisha B'Av, with a Tanis Sibba, you could do Malacha
At night.
but
we don't
not
tell
during the
anybody
day. Oh, but don't be Mefarsim.
So we're talking about the night of Yud into Yud Aleph.
No,
No, it says into
so
Yud
Purim night, L'chayre.
Tisha B'Av.
No, I'm saying L'chayre, so is it worse than a Tanis Sibba or not? That's Kamish and Karim. Or what do you call by Tainus Esther?
In these fasts, they fasted at night or they didn't fast at
Huh?
night? In this fast, he's talking about, they fasted at night.
He's talking about Tainus Sibba.
So when they fasted for rain.
So
Yeah.
I'm saying they fast at night for rain?
No, not. It said that. If they were fasting at night, they wouldn't.
So you see that there's a difference. The difference I want to show from here is that there's a difference between the day and the night. So if you say that Purim, you're not going to do Malacha, could be at night you're allowed to. I'm just saying it's swatter. Based on this, I said it's swatter.
It's like the halacha that you certain halachas you're not allowed to tell Amaris.
Right?
You don't show them because they're
But I thought Tisha B'Av, you're not supposed to do Malacha at night.
I just showed you. Take a look over
It
here.
says over here you aren't allowed to. Over here it says you're allowed to.
I don't know. I think it says you're not to do Malacha.
But Rashi says that you can do it. But you know why? You're in
If
that.
I would have known.
You-
I always
you're
don't
in
know
that
what
group.
to do. I come home 10:30.
don't
Tisha
understand
B'Av, I
that.
don't know what to do. I
don't
don't
understand.
Go to sleep.
Later.
Go to
Huh?
go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Now by Koopman, it says that we shouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
That's why you don't
It says
know.
them fast.
Yeah, we
So
shouldn't tell you. That's
they
why you
print-
don't know.
Why they print it up? You have
They
to
put it in the
print
small words at the bottom. No one looks there.
Nobody learned, nobody learns it.
Okay. No, but it's people saying Chaim because Tesla the Sheni.
Oh.
So, Rabbi BOGOMILSKY, do you remember that? That's not shiny. Okay.
That's all the Heinz
That was a.
That's all the thing.
Well, what I did here was
The Rebbe's mother, Rebbe Chana, did she come also on Tesla?
I don't know.
Rabbi BOGOMILSKY, do you know? Did the Rebbe come on Tesla also? Which Rebbe Chana?
No, she came out of Tisha B'Av. She came out of Russia to Tisha B'Av.
Oh, the date.
On the day.
The date basically.
Because I know two. I remember once hearing a quiz in camp. They asked the kids what two things happened on the same day, and I think it was this day.
No, I
Which two?
think
Which 2 days did
the
people
Rebbe
come?
came a Chav Chesidim
Oh, maybe that's
and came back with his mother also, I think. Chav
Oh,
Chesidim.
okay, all right, maybe that was the
Came
thing.
back with his mother. Chav
Okay, man, I knew that was, I knew it was the same.
Chav Chesidim is
Is
Chav
there die Kummer?
Chesidim.
Nicht so, ja, der ist Chana.
Rebbe
Die
came
kommen
to
dieselbe
Shema.
Date in Jahr, nicht dieselbe Jahr, dieselbe Date von Jahr, was der Rebbe mit der Rebbe sind gekommen.
Chav Ches weißt du, Chav Ches Siva.
Oh, so that was it. So I didn't remember which day it was.
What I did hear was I don't know if it's printed or, but I did hear that when they bought 770, so the people from the Jewish Center were circulating a petition not to sell 770 to Lubavitch, because they're gonna spoil the neighborhood. Little did they realize that Lubavitch will end up taking over the whole Jewish Center.
That's what they were worried about.
As they really were
And the
about.
Babish was a few hundred people those days. It wasn't even.
It was. There was no Lubavitcher living in Crown
Right,
Heights.
so what were they
There were a
saying?
few Lubavitcher living in Brownsville.
Right.
Crown Heights was too expensive to buy a house.
On the
What's
video,
that
there
too
are
expensive?
3 families.
Too expensive means that the first people that bought houses in Crown Heights paid $15,000.
Right.
That was too expensive. When I bought my house on
Crown Street.
on Crown Street, and it was a big 4-family house, I paid $33,500. Today, it was, after I sold it, someone else sold it already now. At that time, about 10 years ago, for $1.5 million. Today, they'll get much more.
So,
But there's a whole story with the feeding getting out of Warsaw, no?
What?
There's a whole story with the feeding getting out of Warsaw during the war.
He does differentiate.
I don't know.
You
I
never
don't
heard it?
Told. I don't
Tell
know.
us.
That's all.
Rabbi BOGOMILSKY, do you know the story about the feeding coming out of Warsaw in the middle of the war? Never heard it? Can't I go bomb ISIS? Correct me if I say wrong.
say
It's
it,
a
say
very
it.
interesting story.
Go ahead.
It's like this, that Rabinowitz from Boston had two sons who helped with feeding out of jail.
They were lawyers.
They were lawyers, they were lawyers.
Oscar.
Jail from Russia. No?
So to come here.
No,
Oh, to come here?
they got him out
Okay,
of
so
jail
I need to come
also. They
here.
did twice.
Get him out of jail, no?
Tyrese Paysan, they got him out of
Yeah,
jail.
get him out of jail.
And not to bring him to
Oh, to
the
bring him, so to
same one,
bring
the
him
same
here,
people.
they had big connections, these two lawyers. Big connection. The judge, who's the Yiddish?
Brandeis.
Brandeis.
So they had so the Nazis didn't want the Americans during the war, before Pearl Harbor. So the Americans said that if you don't understand, one of the conditions is that you take out this Rabbi Schneerson, get him out of Warsaw, he was stuck in Mamish from Warsaw. The video tells stories that there was bombs and everything. Okay, so they got, there was a guy, and I think his father was a Yid and their mother was a Goy, and somehow he was a soldier, that he should go, and he knew Yiddish, he should go and find the feeding Rebbe. So he went. Now, there were two soldiers. There were the soldiers fighting, which he was one of them, and there was the SS to kill Yidden. So he had to go find the feeding Rebbe. So he went asking in Yiddish. So they found out the family that was asking, so they let him in. So he came, the feeding Rebbe looked at him as a very stark, and he tells the feeding Rebbe, they want you out, they sent me to take you out with your family. So the feeding Rebbe said, I don't touch my beard, and I don't go on Shabbos. So he wasn't Muslim, so I can't do it. Because the SS made stops, and then they could shoot or whatever. He wasn't Muslim. So he went back and said, I can't do it. So they said, you have to do it. Do whatever he wants, you have to do. You have to get him out. He was scared of America. He went back again, and the figure was Muslim. So he took his Rebbe, Tzlochavadina, Chana, with Gerari, with Barry, with I think maybe Mendel and Chanukah also. Anyway, they were stopped a bunch of times by the SS. They were all taken out of the car with the guns. And he had papers that they should, but the SS thought that was listened. His mom was listening to the place. And where they take it to for Shabbos in Berlin. Because Berlin, there was no SS, because Rahman al-Islam, all the Yidden were already killed in Tushon in Berlin. So he stayed over Shabbos in Berlin. He took a plane to Sweden, and from Sweden he took a ship. And they found this out because there was a college student who made his thesis on this. And he found this out from records. And he writes a lot of things which are not there covered, so those things they leave out. I don't know what. I don't even know what. I only saw the way it's written in Chabad. But this is the story they tell.
There's this stuff that you mentioned from Boston.
Huh? You heard this? Oh, you heard this? All time is with Jacobson is involved with knowing this story. It's printed. Wait, but this student's book is also printed, right?
I don't know the details.
No. He doesn't recognize me, so then they changed it.
But the Rav that you mentioned from Boston, I think he was by the Rebbe Rashab.
Yeah, you know, another whole story.
Yeah.
Right, I forgot.
Parents, the father,
Yeah,
the
the
father
parents.
of the two lawyers, the
I
chazan
don't know.
of the shop.
The Rebbe Shab said, he didn't want to go to America. The Rebbe Shab said, your son.
Deine Kinder wollen help mine.
No, mine, that says it.
Right.
That says it, yeah. This should be Louis. Yeah.
Okay, you know the whole story. Now we know the rest of the story.
Someone is saying this is what.
But when the Rebbe left Russia, I think it was, they wanted a list who he wants with him.
Right.
Yeah,
And they made a list.
and they didn't want to.
And the Rebbe put down the Rebbe on the list. And everyone had to write what's your relationship? She said he's an Adam. So they said they didn't want to let us. So you get yourself another Adam. So what did the Rebbe say?
The library and Aiden never, the figure wouldn't leave Russia without. So this is also, I'm not, I take the responsibility. I heard from Dubov, you know the Sheikh Dubov?
Label Dubov.
Yeah.
Label Dubov,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
His wife used to daven here by me.
So
She's
he
still
told
living.
me
She's
once
still living.
that the reason why the Rebbe had to go to university is because Dubin, the Motche,
Dubin, yeah.
yeah, Dubin. So he arranged visas for the whole family.
He was a minister of education in Latvia.
He arranged
Chadakov was his Talmud.
Right. So he didn't know about the Rebbe. So the Rebbe didn't have a visa to be in Latvia.
Hello?
Right, he wasn't able to go to
Yeah.
any place.
But